That's not even a question for me, whether we're gonna go take a swing at building the next thing. I'm just incapable of not doing that. There's a bunch of times when we wanted to launch features, and then Apple's just like, nope, you're not launching that. I was like, that sucks. Are we set up for that with AI, where you're gonna get a handful of companies that run these closed models that are gonna be in control of the APIs and therefore gonna be able to tell you what you can build? Then when you start getting into building a data center that's like 300 megawatts or 500 megawatts or a gigawatt, just no one has built a single gigawatt data center yet. From wherever you sit, there's gonna be some actor who you don't trust. If they're the ones who have like the super strong AI, I think that that's potentially a much bigger risk.
Mark, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me. Big fan of your podcast.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Okay, so let's start by talking about the releases that will go out when this interview goes out. Tell me about the models. Tell me about Meta AI. What's new? What's exciting about them?
Yeah, sure. So, I think the main thing that most people in the world are going to see is the new version of Meta AI, right? So it's, and the most important thing about what we're doing is the upgrade to the model. We're rolling out Llama 3. We're doing it both as open source for the dev community, and it is now going to be powering Meta AI. So, there's a lot that I'm sure we'll go into around Llama 3, but I think the bottom line on this is that with Llama 3, we now think that Meta AI is the most intelligent AI assistant that people can use that's freely available. We're also integrating Google and Bing for real-time knowledge. We're going to make it a lot more prominent across our apps. So, basically, at the top of WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook and Messenger, you'll just be able to use the search box right there to ask it any question. And there's a bunch of new creation features that we added that I think are pretty cool, that I think people enjoy. I think animations is a good one. You can basically just take any image and animate it. But I think one that people are going to find pretty wild is it now generates high quality images so quickly. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to play with this, that it actually generates it as you're typing and updates it in real time. So you're like typing your query and it's kind of like honing in on, and it's like, okay, here, show me a picture of a cow, okay, in a field with mountains in the background. It's just like everything's popular. Yeah, eating macadamia nuts, drinking beer, and like it just and just like it's updating the image in real time. It's pretty wild. I think people are going to enjoy that. So that I think that's what most people are going to see in the world, right? We're rolling that out, not everywhere, but we're starting in a handful of countries, and we'll do more over the coming weeks and months. So that I think is going to be a pretty big deal. And I'm really excited to get that in people's hands. It's a big step forward for Meta AI. But I think, if you want to get under the hood a bit, the Llama 3 stuff is obviously the most technically interesting. So, we're basically, for the first version, we're training 3 versions, an 8 billion and a 70 billion, which we're releasing today, and a 405 billion dense model, which is still training. So we're not releasing that today. But, the 8 and 70, I mean, I'm pretty excited about how they turned out. I mean, it's, they're leading for their scale. We'll release a blog post with all the benchmarks so people can check it out themselves. And obviously it's open source, so people get a chance to play with it. We have a roadmap of new releases coming that are going to bring multimodality, more multilinguality, bigger context windows to those as well. And then, hopefully sometime later in the year, we'll get to roll out the 405, which I think is in training, it's still training, but for where it is right now in training, it is already at around 85 mmLU, and just we expect that it's going to have leading benchmarks on a bunch of the benchmarks. So I'm pretty excited about all of that. I mean, the 70 billion is great too. I mean, we're releasing that today. It's around 82 mmLU and has leading scores on math and reasoning. So I mean, it's I think just getting this in people's hands is going to be pretty wild.